So it has been a while since I've come on and done some tarot. I am one lucky person because I have COVID over the holidays, but this time around when I do, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to do Pisces to Aries, and I'm going to pick out what are some themes that are going to hit you the most or be the most prevalent for you in 2022. Whether that's home, relationships, money, career, projects, healing, what is going to be the major theme for you for 2022 Pisces. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if your sun sign differs from Pisces, or if you have a rising sign or a Venus sign in Pisces, this may resonate with you. If not, go ahead and look at your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and maybe even your North Node. So this is going to be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Major theme, 2022, and voila, already. New day, new cycles. You could have put an end to a lot of cycles, karmic cycles in 2021. Past, present, and future, wrapping everything up. Seeing the silver lining and the lessons of all of the lessons. Seeing the silver lining and the lessons of everything from last year, wrapping everything up. Joy, reunion of souls, meeting a past life connection, rekindling reconciliation, and then letting go. So just before I move forward, what I'm really picking up for the major, this is the deck that I'm using for your major theme in 2022. What I'm seeing here is you've had a lot of lessons, karma that unfolded in 2021. And as 2021 wraps up, you're probably seeing the difference between you going through a traumatic event, during the traumatic event, seeing the victim mentality, and then on the other side of seeing the silver lining and being able to become neutral with all of these lessons. And what this is really doing is it's allowing you to prepare to come back to someone that you had a very deep connection with. I'm strongly getting the reunion of souls is someone that really was prevalent in most of this, all of this, or at least some of this, but it's a soulmate connection. And the whole reason that they're coming back is so that you can remain neutral and find joy in the fact that they were in your life the way that they were in your life, so that you can let go of them. Because anger and fear is the strongest attachment, so you probably attached yourself to this person based off fears, and there were more lessons to learn in 2021 that kind of allowed you to go outside these fears, to conquer these fears, so that this person can come back, so you can heal this connection. But it doesn't look like, at least from this theme, that you're going to be with this person. It just seems that it's healing enough for you to bring them back in your life, to let them go appropriately, to move forward. It's a really long explanation. So let's move forward. I'm going to do some romance angel cards for you, Pisces, to clarify this letting go reunion of souls. Now, this reunion of souls can very well be family. If you've had a lot of issues with family, you could have had, it's the holiday season, say you haven't been talking to your family for quite some time. You've had a lot of cycles that you just knew that you should have let someone go or all of them go, and the holidays brought you back around and gave you the opportunity to finally let them go, kind of reconciling the past, present, and future of the life cycle with you and this family. If it's not family, it could be a relationship. It could be a pattern of jobs. Even people who get really caught up in culty groups, religion, high egocentric, spiritual bypassing, spiritual groups. It can go in any of those directions. Pisces. We have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. It's in the reverse. One more for Pisces, please. Let your friends help you. Ask for support from others. Definitely think that Pisces has had a whirlwind of events in terms of relationships this past year. This next year is probably all about yourself, being with friends, being free, and not committing to anyone or anything, not becoming attached to any idea, not romanticizing anything, being practical and realistic. Pisces 2022. Pisces 2022. Five of Wands, conflict. Let's do January through December of 2022. So we have Five of Wands, conflict to start off the year. Wonderful. I'm not going to take those. That was quite a bit. Okay, so for Pisces 2022, I'm going to do January through December. See what the major theme of each month is going to be for you. So for January so far, what we have is Five of Wands. Unfortunately, starting the year off with some conflict. You could be understanding your worth. You could be creating the conflict by understanding your worth, because just now what we said is like right now what you're going through is you're wrapping up the past, present, and future. You're kind of in this limbo state where you're very joyous. You're understanding this overlining between all of these lessons. You're able to bring things back into balance by letting them go. And it's not always peaches and cream when we do this. And so that makes sense why January would be conflict. It could either be inner conflict from telling the truth and speaking up, or it could be you stirring up conflict because you're speaking up for yourself, trying to take action. Let's go for February. 3 more shuffles and then we'll lay them out. 2 of Cups in the reverse for February. Could be dealing with either an Aquarius or Cancer. Yep. March. Knight of Cups. So nice. Wow. Knight of Wands in April. Aries. May. June. July. August. September. Okay, so so for January we have conflict. There's going to be some conflict arising, whether it's inner conflict or you creating conflict because you're standing up for yourself. I'll clarify. January. For February we have the 2 of Cups, so there's a lack of partnership, lack of alliance. You kind of feel like you're doing everything on your own, or something is unrequited here. There's an imbalance when it comes to partnership, togetherness, friendship, or just relationships in general. Someone's not cooperative here. There's a lack of decision also, so it's like a stagnant type of a feeling in terms of partnership or relationships. Knight of Cups comes right after that, so that's very nice. We have and it's going towards the 2 of Cups. So either someone decides to make some moves because they see the stagnancy growing here in March, or you have another option, or you are Pisces, you are the King of Cups, let's be honest, so you could be the one that's initiating and taking charge, because that's how you start off the year. You know, that's how you are already. So you could be taking initiative and you could be making a solid decision by March. So whatever becomes stagnant in February, in March you decide ultimately what to make a decision. And then in April, we have the King of Wands. So you have a lot of fiery energy in April, a lot of motivation, a lot of inspiration. Or you could have a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries coming towards you, being the spark of the month. And I'll clarify. And then in May, we have the Nine of Coins in the reverse, a lack of independence, a little bit more stagnancy here. You feel like a stagnancy when it comes to your investments, a lack of balance in terms of how you invest in yourself. So right before we have the King of Wands, this person comes in, they sweep you off your feet. So you could feel like you're knocked off your rockers and you're no longer providing for yourself. You're no longer this independent person, because someone else is trying to take care of you and you're trying to rebalance everything. But in June, we have the Magician in reverse. Meaning, if this has anything to do with it, this Knight of Wands that's coming in April, if it has anything to do with it, you feel like you're starting to see through their bullshit in June. That happens in April, so by June you start to see what's happening. The Devil in the reverse is July. So removing yourself from toxicity. This could be very well the April shebang, or this could be from the start of the year. But in July, you decide to remove yourself from some toxicity. And then in August, Four of Coins, it looks like whatever this toxicity buildup is in the year of 2022, especially the inflation of it in April, you start to kind of hold tight to all of your earnings, your investments, yourself, your reputation. You hold on to everything, all of your assets, tightly. This is also the sign of greed. So you're fearfully protecting things in a very controlling manner in terms of investments and reputation and people in your life, where it's actually creating a block. It's not a benefit to you. In September, there's an opportunity that arises, an opportunity to probably get out of all of this, but now this very physical, very tangible conflict has created a mindset, a psychological mindset, and this opportunity can only be taken if you understand that you have to get out of a certain mindset in order to recover. And then in October, we have Justice in the reverse. So you could be going through something legal, you could be dealing with a Libra, or you could just feel like things are not fair, again, in that victim mindset right here. Like in August, you could be in a victim mindset up until the end of the year. 10 of Cups. Something came in April time frame that made you feel like it was a part of your destiny, and it really screwed you over because you jumped in pretty quickly and you realized quickly it was not a part of your destiny, and it created a lot of burden. December. But what's really beautiful is in November and December, you are recovering from this. You have dropped a lot of responsibilities and burdens from this situation. In December, we have the Ten of Wands. It's typically like I work so hard, I do all of these things, I'm making all this money, I'm working 60 hours a week, but I don't actually enjoy the fruits of my labor. And in the reverse, it means that either you're recovering from this, so you're finding a balance because of the holidays, or there's a lack of balance. There's more chaos that's building up, and so no matter what, you just cannot find balance. So let's clarify. Okay. So we have the Judgment in the reverse over the conflict card for January. And so what that means is in January, there's a lack of discernment. So it's interesting, you're ending the year with neutrality, like you're ending 2021 with neutrality, but you're going into 2022 based off the reading on a high horse and being a little bit accusatory, making decisions too hastily. And you could be either accusing someone or making a decision too much left or right, like on an extreme level, and it's going to create some sort of chaos. And that's going to just kind of backfire because in February we have the Two of Cups, so it's a stagnancy in partnerships and alliances. And then we have the Empress in the reverse, overseeing it, meaning there's jealousy, wounded feminine, lack of self-love, lack of self-care, overseeing a relationship. When that happens, you start restricting the other person from having self-love, self-care, and so it's a vicious cycle. So just, and what's beautiful about tarot is as I'm telling you this now, you can kind of change your destiny by not making huge decisions, extreme decisions, being accusatory in January. Maintaining that neutrality is key. So let's move forward. March. Let's clarify March. Clarify the Knight of Cups for Pisces. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse, overseeing the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups I'm strongly getting is someone else is coming towards you while you're in this state. The thing about Knights, the difference between Knights and Kings, Knights come in very quickly. They typically have a lot of armor on. They leave as quickly as they came in. I always get like the 2 or the 3 week fling that you think would be a part of your destiny, you think would be the perfect person, very emotionally intense, but they leave just as quickly as they came in. So in March you have the Knight of Cups coming in, and then you have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So you could be in a very, I would say, defensive mindset, very cruel, cold mindset. So when this person comes in, you swat them away pretty quickly. You could be aware, because the beginning of the year does seem a little bit conflicting. So it does make a lot of sense that you would kind of just swat this person away just as quickly as they come in. Let's see for April. Oh, April, yeah. So we have the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, the Knight of Wands. So you have a lot of Knights. You have a lot of people that are coming in just as quickly as they leave. A lot of player energy, a lot of like non-committal energy coming in, a lot of offers that don't mean shit. So in April you have one. We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Definitely a lot of passion, but very toxic. Be careful that this isn't so abusive. The Knight of Wands with the Ace of Wands in the reverse, to me, just is like a pregnancy scare. Or, I just get like very toxic lust, jealous energy. So that's something to, I'm going to clarify another one. So that's something to look out for in April. Clarify April for Pisces. Six of Wands. This person, Six of Swords in the reverse, the moving card. This person could ask you to move in way too quickly. Be careful. Don't lose your independence so quickly in April. Okay. In May we have the Nine of Coins. So you were embracing this independence by being alone, but it does look like you make a decision to remove yourself from your own independence in May or by May. Or you feel like if you are still independent that you're not thriving as an independent person, you're not happy as an independent person. The investments that you have are not enough for one person to sustain, is what I'm seeing in May, or that's at least what you feel like is happening. Strength. You feel like you need strength to be able to do it. Now I'm picking up something different. You're going through a lot of shit in the beginning of the year. and you have a lot of people that are coming in at you at once, one after another, and you feel like you're going to be single forever, and you're like, I have too many things to be able to do this by myself. And so by May, you're trying to build up the strength to be able to handle this entire life that you've built, because it looks like you've invested. You could be a business person, or you could be like in the beginning works of being a business person, and you're trying your best to build the strength to be able to sustain this, and try to not believe that you need a partner to help you. That's what I'm strongly getting. So in June, we have the Magician in the reverse. So like I said before, you realize that this person was just full of BS in April. So let's see what the cards say. 7 of Wands. The person's not gone. You're pretty defensive towards this person. You have to stand your ground. Knight of Wands, or the King of Wands. This person that you met in April that was the King of Wands could probably boss up pretty quickly, or they boss up because of the, either you were a catalyst for them or them for you, but you're both bossing up, but you feel like you have to stand your ground with this person because you didn't realize their real power, or they didn't realize their real power. But like I said, August, you start to remove yourself from this toxicity. So let's see how you remove yourself. In July. Four of Wands in the reverse. So I think that you probably moved in, or you talked about moving in with this person, or you moved towards this person, or they talked about moving towards you, but right before that shit happened, you decided that this was not in your destiny, and you closed out this cycle, you ended it, the relationship is not a thing. And so July is all about completely ending it. So that's good. Let's move into August. We have the Four of Coins. This is where you're holding on to all of your things, being very protective because you're afraid this person's going to go after you. We have the Four of Cups. Interesting. So in August, we have the Four of Cups and we have the Four of Coins, so it's all about rejection. So in August, you're probably going to go through a heavy victim mindset, holding on to the past, recollecting the past. I would take August as 8 is also the number of like withdrawal and retreat. So I would go on a retreat when you're dealing with feelings of rejection, victim mentality, do some art therapy. That's just advice. But you have the Four of Cups and the Four of Coins. So just kind of be aware that everything that you've gone through in April up until July or even August is going to create a victim mindset, and so you need to make sure that you have valuable tools to get you healed and out of that so that you can move forward with your independence in your own life. Because it does look like you're trying to be a business person and independent. So tell me a little bit about this opportunity for Pisces that's coming in September. Just saw the Seven of Cups. It's beautiful. You're gonna have a lot of offers that are coming in, which makes sense after a lot of psychological. I don't think that this is financial. It could be, but it does definitely look like it can include finances, but it's more emotional, relationship type of trauma that happens in 2022. But what comes at you, you get a lot of job offers in September of next year that are completely different than job offers you've had in the past. And it's a little bit confusing to you. It could be triggering also, because the month before, you're holding on to everything, like you protect it so dearly. And so if you're in that mindset and a lot of things come at you that don't make sense, even if they're good, you're going to be very protective still. I'm going to get one more card for September. The Hermit in the reverse. Don't hermit yourself. Don't isolate yourself. You're probably going to get offers that you see right through. You're probably going to have bad people come. I'm not going to say bad people come at you, but you're probably going to have a lot of offers. Some of them are going to be bullshit offers. Some of them are going to be solid offers. You're probably not going to be in the right mindset to differentiate them. But what it's saying is if you don't get out of this greedy, rejected, victim mindset, you're going to isolate yourself and you're going to block yourself from a beautiful opportunity that could heal all of this. So let's go to October. October is the Justice in the reverse. So like I said, in October you could be going through something legal or just kind of feeling like things aren't fair. You could be dealing with a Libra. Five of Swords and Death in the reverse. There's something that you're choosing to not let go of. You're resisting to let go of it because you're afraid of letting go, because you feel like this person, thing, place, group, whether it's work, relationship, whatever, you think that it has ultimate control over you, so you can't let go of it. We have the Five of Swords. When I see the Five of Swords, what I see is like that friend that is like the outsider or the black sheep of the group, or even a family member that's the black sheep of the family and wants so hard or so badly to be accepted by the family. And so it's like, I hate you guys, but I love you. I'm just waiting for you to accept me, and I would do anything. And so that's what I'm strongly getting for October. So like you're an outsider, but not by choice, and you think it's by choice, but the second these people bring you back in, they reel you in so quickly and you can't let go of them, and that's what keeps the toxic cycle. And I think that's going to be inflated or exacerbated in October. It's going to be highlighted. Ten of Cups is for November. It's in the reverse. So whatever you thought this year was going to be a part of your destiny, because it does look like you have some very promising events happening. Let's see what's happening in November for Pisces. Clarify this Ten of Cups in the reverse. Oh, that's good. The Sun. Like I said, I think in November and December you're starting to heal and you're starting to recover from all of this burden the past 6 months. And you're starting to find true happiness, and it could have come from in August whenever you realize you're in this victim mindset, and you go on a retreat, you go on some type of a withdrawal, you meet some people, you get all of these job offers. It looks like you end up taking one, and it brings you ultimate happiness quickly, pretty quickly. These offers come in September, and by November you're pretty happy. You've released a lot of burdens. Looks like you're healing codependency. You have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So healing mother wounds, codependency, sulking, victim mindset. So 2022 could be about codependency. Because in the beginning it's like, all of these people are coming through. I don't know if I can sustain my independence alone. I'm dealing with a lot of things. I've invested into all of these things. And this last lesson was a hard knock, and you start to recover by mid-year, and then by the end of the year, you are healing these mother wounds. Temperance in the reverse. I want to clarify, because it does look like either your mother's coming back around or someone that's pretty codependent comes back around and gets you heated. Or there could be a lack of moderation. Codependency is linked to addiction. We also have the Devil here in the reverse, so addiction is at play this year. But it looks, on the brighter side, it looks like healing from that. November. Wounded Warrior in the reverse. victim mentality because it's in the reverse. I'm not sure if family starts to reach out and tries to tempt you after you've recovered from a lot of this 2022 conflict, but you're going to be tempted in November to stand your ground. You have beautiful opportunities that have settled in, and you are recovering, and you are winning, but you are going to have temptation to see, are you really winning in November? Let's see the Ten of Wands. Queen of Coins in the reverse. She's like the eternal mother who knows how to save money. She knows how to support her husband. She knows how to, not in the reverse, Queen of Coins like this. But she's the eternal mother. She's safe. And so you have emotional victim mindset and lack of safety in the home, negligence popping up towards the end of the year. So I think you're just going to, it's going to be kind of a little bit of a roller coaster when it comes to healing some mother wounds. I want to get one more card towards the end of the year. But in the very beginning of this reading, it was about letting go, and I talked about how it might have been family. So it kind of looks like you're having a fluctuation in this roller coaster of events, because ultimately you can end a cycle with a partner, end a cycle with a friend, and then new friends and new partners come in and you continuously end those, but it all starts from the root cause. And by the end of the year, the root cause seems to show up, which is mom. Codependency, negligence. So I think you're going to have to kind of face the root of the problem by the end of next year. King of Coins, because ultimately, the person that's trying to come to you, the King of Coins, he has to come to someone who is not negligent and codependent. The King of Coins, what he wants the Queen of Coins upright, the eternal mother. And so by the end of the year, you're being challenged to heal these wounds from the root cause, so what you deserve can actually come in. And what's so beautiful is you're getting this reading at the beginning of the year, so you can go back to this at any time and change behaviors, change patterns, so that you can avoid certain conflicts, you can heal quicker, make space for yourself, for this person to come through a little bit quicker. But ultimately, it shouldn't be about them coming through, it should be about you healing your wounds. So I hope this helps. Happy New Year.